everybody. Turn that radio off. Hope everybody's having a great day. I know I am. Lots of fun today. Let me get this off of there. Lots of fun today. What's that?
Who was first?
I don't know. I haven't gone up to the top of the things yet. Hello, Joe. Joe, at the end of yesterday's live, I was thinking about you and Pixie and just wanted to know how she was, but I think you were gone. Maybe you were taking care of her or taking care of the family or something, but we hope she's still doing well today. As good as she can, for sure. Okay, Cindy Bennett in the house. Larry right in behind her. Christina James screaming in to get her chair. You guys are sitting in the front row. Yep, me too, Larry. Hope everybody's doing great today. Yep, doing great. Got our Thanksgiving wall up. Go ahead and post it in the Leopard Leatherworks group. Post it in Discord. Everywhere you want to do it. Larry got outside today. Gotten 3 boards planed from an English-style market stick, or planned, and going to try to get the handle started tomorrow. Very nice, Larry. Very nice. Find out if we get the outlet fixed tomorrow. That'll be exciting. Hello, Ann. Good to see you in the house. Joe's screaming right in there. Let's see, Christina James. Trudy. Hello, Trudy. How are you doing? Let's see. Trudy. Joe, Larry, Trudy, Christina, Cindy, Joe. Christina CC. There's Miss Carr. Hope you're doing well, Christina. Good to see you. Let's see, Joe, Cindy, Christina. Momo Grimes is in the house. Welcome in, Momo. Grab yourself a seat in the front row. Gonna have to take her to vet. Oh, that is so sad. No, you're not a Debbie Downer. Remember, this is a great moment in her life. Think of all the joy over all the years that she has experienced and brought to many other people. It is sad. And we will miss her. There's no doubt your family will have some separation and all that kind of stuff. But it's not a Debbie Downer, Joe. We're only allowed so much joy from each other, and it's time for her to go prepare the way for you to come meet her later, right? That's the way it works. Our pets will be in heaven and the hereafter with us. I certainly believe that. If our Heavenly Father even notices the dropping of a sparrow, then everything above that is good to go. So yeah, just remember all the joy. That's the good part. Remember all the joy. Yep. And my prayer would be to you as well, Joe, to help you deal with the separation, because it's still going to be sad. I only got to figure that decision was pretty hard to make. And but it probably is the right decision, because we do have to think of our animal. That is for sure. I support you 100% in whatever you have to do. So we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to come in a little closer here. See if I can zoom that in there. There we go. Get in on the tools there. Absolutely, Joe. Joe, these animals are important to us. They're important to our Heavenly Father. So it's just a matter of joining her later. You can't imagine that her Heavenly Father would put somebody on earth like that for us to care for and experience joy and all that good stuff, and then take her away. Nope. I don't believe that. I believe that you'll be there. So I think I have a new favorite pen. I was making some of these today, and I never made one of these before, but this is the Big Ben EDC. Now, normally a Big Ben is a 2-piece pen, but this Big Ben EDC, which stands for Everyday Carry, is not a twist pen like you would have 2 pieces you twist. What I like about it is it's really a large piece of the blank. So when you make a pen like this, sometimes you're taking small pieces of the blank just to give some highlights. But this is the Big Ben EDC. It's a click pen, super holdable, super elegant looking, really nice looking clip, little split clip there. Hopefully I'm showing everything on screen. This happens to be a multi-piece Fordite blank with some swirly cool neon around it. But I really like the click nature of it. It's a smooth pen. This one here is titanium and gold, I think. Again, in and out, looks good, holds nice in the hand. I think I'm going to get a bunch of these kits and just crank them up because it is, what I love about it is that there's so much of that blank that you buy that you want to see, and it really is included in a lot on that particular pen. I don't think there's a bigger blank. This is a 3.01 inch section there. So most of them are 1.5, 2 1/4, that kind of thing. So this goes a full 3 inches. I love it. That's my new favorite pen. I think I'm going to suck up a bunch of those kits and crank them out. Hey, Denise, we're just looking at your pens. Yes, ma'am, Joe. I love animals. I love other people's animals. I appreciate animals, and they have a personality just like we do. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to play a little bit here. We will get some pens turned, no doubt, today. But we're going to, where'd that little magnet go? Oh, here it is right there. I got to glue that one back in. Came out. Okay, so this is a pen that I made some time ago. This is the Majestic Squire type of pen. And if you'll notice on this one, it only has 2 inches. So it's very elegant, has a lot of gold trim on it, little gold rosette or flower thing up top, whatever that is. But this particular thing, I was playing around and I carved some ridges in it. Carrie didn't really care for it too much. It doesn't bother me at all. But this blank is cracked somewhere. I forget where. Oh yeah, right here. So this blank cracked somehow. Not sure why. It's not even goes from here and goes up to a little bit right there and then stops right about the middle there. So yeah, it cracked. So what we're going to do and show you what's cool, because if you have a pen like this, any of the ones that I would make or someone else would make from these kits, is you can take them apart. And we're going to replace this blank in the middle because Carrie didn't like it. It's a really good blank, but she didn't like the design I did on it, and it cracked. So 2 things. So one is we got to figure out how it was put together. And here, first part here. Actually, let me get a tray so all these parts will fall into the tray. I got to make sure I got the right mic on here. Let's see. Let me make sure we're not. Hey, Rebecca. Good to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, didn't really like the lines in the pen blank. Yep, that's what I said. You got it. You got it. Yep. I am very happy for Miss Joe. I'm sorry for the departure that's going to happen of lovely Pixie, but I'm extremely happy for all of the joy that she has experienced over the years with this cat. Besides, it's a really cute cat. Hairy cat. Okay, so we're going to take these things out here. We're going to take this top off of here. And now what we've got is we've got this tube with 2 ends on it. And the key to this now is we're going to push either end out. And you have to do the right one first. So likely, yeah, this is a whole piece that's going to go in there. So now we have to use these little pusher things here and figure out which one goes in there, where it goes in one end but won't come out the other. So we'll take this one here. That won't go in that end. It won't go in that end, so that one's too large. Let's step down one here. That won't go in that end. It will go in that end. Look. So now I can use this vise here, and I can use this push rod to push this end and clip out of that end. And it's a little bit loose on here, so I'm going to get the next one up here, which I have over in my vise when I was trimming some blanks. I actually saved this project for tonight because I thought it would be fun. All right, so let's see if this one will go in. Oh, that one will go in. It's a little bit bigger. It doesn't wiggle here in this joint there, and I'll take this one and put it back right there. Which one is that? Nope, this is the bigger one right here. So that will go. Oh, that won't go in there. Will it go in here? Nope, won't go in there. So I must have had the right one. All right, so here we go. So then what we have to do is we're going to be pushing it this direction here with this little thing right here. It's a little bit of a leverage type of thing. And I'm going to lock it into this little latex rubber holder thing here. And the latex rubber, let me show it to you here, is here so we don't damage the pen or the blank. Even if you had to take a pen apart that you weren't going to replace the blank on. All right, so now we're going to get this, and we usually position it so that this here, so we're going to move this down a little bit, and we're going to get it positioned so that I can clamp down on this, and that will put a nice pressure on the pen blank section of that pen there. So that won't move. And then when we'll use this, this is locked down here to force. There we go. So we just forced this end out of the blank. Now we will undo this. And now we will take this piece out. And now we got to get a larger piece that will fit in there and push the other end out. We'll probably go up here about this range here. Oh, see, that'll go in there, fit super tight, and that will push that end out. So then we'll get the latex hose on there again. We'll slide that into there, make it a little bit looser there. This was, when I bought this tool and I realized that I could take these things apart, I became less afraid of making a mistake because I could always just reverse myself. All right, so now we're going to grab that nice and tight. And by the way, this piece here goes back and forth to allow you to set this right against that thing there. So right now, the only thing you have to do is push and it will come out. So I just got to tighten it down right here. And then we're going to reverse it and just put it back together with the new blank. Okay, nice and tight. And now we just push really gently. Just letting it slowly come apart. Now what we didn't loosen that one. We got to get a better grip on that one. So we'll get the grip a little lower. Nothing came out. We just kept squeezing it through the latex tube. All right, so now we will sit that down in there nice and tight. All right, now we'll lock that down there, and here we go. I can see it moving, so I'm going to give it a little bit more pressure. There we go. Just got to get that right amount. There we go. So this one is now completely removed, and we've got a blank that, quite frankly, is no longer any good. I got to get a jammer in there to get it way down there. Let me get a screwdriver here. Sometimes these things get pushed. Let me just make sure I'm catching up on the chat because I really can't see the screen. Let's see. Didn't like the pen. The writing pen whisperer is here. I know that feeling all too well. Yeah, I'm with you, Larry. That's beautiful, says Momo. Not sure what that was a reference to, but absolutely, I agree. Sitting here using my crochet hook to make a blanket. Yep, get your crochet hook now. Just want you guys to know that I love you all. You're also kind of loving and supportive. We are blessed to know you, Joe. I've met you a couple of times in person. Carrie, I think maybe more than that. But Joe is a jewel. Hey, Teresa, good to see you tonight. Hello, hello. And Audrey's in the house. Audrey's in the house. Okay, let me get back here and we'll pop this back up here.
Hello, Audrey.
There we go. It is now released and it can come out. All right. Momo's here. And here is the old blank that quite frankly will go in the trash. There is, I don't know if I can pick that apart. It's a pretty small crack. Hey, Kev, hand me an X-Acto knife, would you? Just right behind me. Oh, hell, let me see if I can use this here. Did you get it?
What?
The X-Acto knife. No, I just got a razor blade here. Let's see, where'd it go? Kevin's not going to help me.
No.
There we go.
I need to be paid.
He needs to be paid. Oh, I didn't want this one, but that's mom's. Here, that's mom.
She said, grab it back.
Yeah, it's right here on my work desk. I don't take mom's tools. I got my own tools.
Well, give me the tool.
So you can see this one here where it cracked. And again, it's still pretty solid. You could use that pen for 1,000 years and most people would know that crack was there, but Carrie didn't like these ribs. So, you know, that goes in the trash. All right, now we're going to get the new ones that I created. Okay, back in my chair here. Now I'm going to move the disassembly tool out of the way. Okay, I got 2 new blanks here. I'm going to clean them out. Make sure all the dust is off them. All right, now we're going to put it back together. And this one's pretty easy. So it's the same size on either one. So we will put this one on that one there. And I sort of look at it and see what do I want to look at when I'm writing and what direction I want it to go. And I think I like this direction better. Yeah, some good swirls right there. So we'll bring the assembly press over. And again, we will move this out here like this. We simply put it in between the 2 pieces, move these over here to take the gap, and just press that right on there. Boom, just like that. And then we will take the other side and put it on that one. And I look at this here and I figure out where I want my pen clip. So if I were holding this pen, which I will be, I sort of like that view right there. So I will squeeze that together just like that. Boom. That's all nice together. There it is. Now we will take this part here and screw it down on there like that. And that's all you do there. And this is going to be the twist section for the pen mechanism. And then we'll drop the ink cartridge and its spring down in there. And then slide that over the top of there. Screw that all together. And then boom, the pen works. It's perfect. Look at that. All reassembled. Beautiful. Love it. That's a really nice blank she picked. Really nice. I like it.
All pens work.
What's that, Kev?
All pens work.
All pens work. Well, that one certainly does, right, Kev? And then we have another kit of the exact same thing. Gold, titanium, and gunmetal. And again, we will sit this to the side. I got to put this little rubber hose back in the disassembly tool. It stays there. And then this is a brand new kit. And I just thought, you know, I took this blank and quite frankly, I got 2 pens out of 1 blank because these are pretty short blank. These are exactly 2 inches. So if you have a 5 1/4 inch blank, you can get 2 pens out of it, which is really great. I gave Denise a false alarm this morning. I'm like, oh, hey, I did this. But she has a two-piece Pen Princess blank that I forgot. So we didn't get 2 out of that one, sadly. Okay. Okay, that goes in there like that. That top screws on there like that. Beautiful. And then we take this bottom part here. Let's see. Now Carrie's going to be holding this one, so I got to figure out where she wants to. Oh, that right there. That's the good. That's the good vision right there. Super tight there. And then we'll take this tip off. Actually, we could probably drop. We got to squeeze this one on there. So again, I sort of rotate it until I find the thing that's the most pretty to look at while you're using the pen. And I would say it's that part right there. Again, that's personal preference. Everybody has an idea what they would like to look at, but that one looks pretty good right there. That goes together like that. Beautiful. And then I'll take the tip off. This is how you would change the pen cartridge, by the way. Okay, there's the tip there. Put the springy on there. And again, if you look at this spring actually has a smaller end and a larger end. Not all springs are like this. Sometimes they'll have the larger end, but this goes on smaller end first so that it can stop at this indent right there and provide more pressure for it to go in and out. And we'll take this, drop it down into there, take this tip, put it on there. And I think one of these is for sale. Oh, that one goes in that way. There we go. Had that backwards. Wasn't working for some reason, but we did a quick troubleshooting, and there it goes. And then this cap literally just squeezes right on the top there, and then boom, there is our perfectly functional, gorgeous pen with a little Swarovski crystal there in the clip. Beautiful, beautiful. So we got two very almost identical pens, except, the blanks are never the same. And I think one of these is for sale. So Carrie will get that out there to the world and let them know which is which, because that would be important. And they're almost so identical, it almost doesn't matter. She has to pick one and list the other one. All right, now these tools we're done with, and that's what these things do. They just squeeze pens together. This is the Miles Craft something or other pen press. Oh, it's called a pen press. Has a little drawer in it that I have. It's got some extra parts and pieces in here that you would use up in here for different reasons. Never use them. This seems to be working pretty good there, but you would, I guess it's a replacement piece. So you would unscrew this one here and screw a new one on in case this one gets all beat up or damaged. And that's important because this one here has a little piece for the pen tip to fit into when you're squeezing it together. Keep you from damaging the pen. Let me put these tools away. They go over on my shelf. So that was, disassembly and repair, if you will. Let's see. What are we out missing up here? Happy Sunday, says Audrey. Thank you very much. Let's see. Hi, Audrey. Snowman blanket is available. Hi, Momo, Art Teresa, Joe, Momo, Joe, Audrey. Very good. Excellent. All right, let me switch the cameras here. Oops, I just turned it off. Bingo. Here we go. Let's get this area cleaned up here. Nice to have a good little clean work area here, even though everything else around us is completely covered with all the stuff that I just blew around. Hey, Denise, are you watching? Raise your hand. Let me get the crowd over here on my pad. Same something like that. That's great. This is a blank that we designed in the last couple of days. This really isn't indicative of a whole blank because this was just leftover resin that I poured into the bottom and then constructed the rest on top of it. But we're going to turn this. It sort of looks like a cigarette, doesn't it? Got that filter section up there. But this is our confetti blank that we chopped up. These orange things don't grow. They're going to disappear in a heartbeat as soon as we get that in there. But I'm going to turn this one because I'm really excited to see what the inside of this confetti blank looks like. So if you're out there, Denise, this one's for you because this will be our first look inside the blank. Blow. Six. My mic not working? Hang on. Oh, hang on. Okay, should be able to hear me now. I had it, it shows the other one. So when I went over there, you couldn't see it. Thumbs done. Good job, Momo. Look at Joe. I forgot to hit the like. Oh, no. Don't be like me. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Hey, Joe, we're going to give a demonstration in a second, as soon as I'm done with this pen, of how to glue in your tip for your e-painter. We were going to do that last night, but I think you had to depart, which we understand, so no big deal there. .60 over here. We're at about a .58. Should be better now.
Tell Joe her grade is moderator right now for C.
You did what?
Tell Joe her grade.
Kevin's giving you a C. He's joking. Moderator Joe, you just got a C from Kevin. All right, let me get a little sexy curve built into this finger rest here. This is a 3/4 inch blank, so it's not really good for a very thick pen. Oh, that's looking way cool. Denise, are you seeing this? Oh, wow, Kevin. He's too funny. He's too funny. That is looking really cool. That is our new confetti blank. I'm liking that. Let's, I think, is that frozen?
No.
Oh, you made it already? Oh, gotcha. There's the middle. I think I want to do some like, what do you call it? The Loch Ness on here to see what more of the inside of this thing looks like with a nice little slooping view. What's that? Trudy is here. That's good. She was here from the beginning, I think. All right, there's our 3 marks. And I'm going to do these probably a little deeper than normal just to see what the inside of this blank looks like. And here's what's interesting. I was asking Carrie, do we have like a motorized cheese grater? I know we got one of those little things you sort of do like the Olive Garden thing where they shave that cheese down onto your food and stuff. But I have got, I'm going to show you these pieces I have left over plus more that I would like to stick in a grater and make little tiny pieces out of it. These were actually too thick. This is what was left over from those trays. This is essentially the side of a trinket tray. And I just cut the bottom out and used those for these pieces in here. But I would like to shred these up somehow. And I'm trying to think of ways to do that. So if anybody knows of a cool little shredder, that would be awesome. I thought of a cheese grater, but I don't think the stainless steel drum that you put in there to grate the cheese up is strong enough for that stuff. Yeah, the whole goal of this turn here is to see what this thing looks like deeper in, because that'll give me an idea of the pens I have to make. I was thinking of the different kind of colors we could do on this. And it's quite unlimited. You know, Carrie, I'm thinking about we might want to do this for the Leap. Give them sort of a first in exclusive kind of thing. I thought about a blender. Not controllable enough. It would fly around too much. I think. I don't know. I just guessing. Food processor potentially, but again, they do have that thin stainless steel kind of thing. Do we still have that Braun food processor? That might be up in the pantry cupboard. Might have to look for that. That might be not a bad idea. If I go slow, I might be able to get it through it. Might be onto something. I didn't think about a food processor. Can you buy a cheap food processor with a really good blade? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll go to like the Goodwill store or something. See if I can find something I can destroy. Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
A hammer, Christine. Yes. You're funny, Christine.
A hammer. I thought about it, but the stuff is too flexible. It won't shatter. And I would like to make them sort of uniform. I did think about a hammer, but the hammer would give you very non-uniform pieces. What's that? Yeah. It is.
Everyone wants to know our Disney ship is here in Florida. Woo! This is Destiny's in Florida.
Believe me, guys, I didn't think of a food processor. I did think of a hammer. But it gives it a totally different effect having these pieces in there. This one happens to be surrounded with pure white with a little touch of ghost gold in there. Kevin was talking about an NFL record being set today by a 68-yard field goal kick. Successful, of course. That's what set the record. They actually had a longer one in the preseason by the same kicker, he tells me. But this was during the regular season. So that's a pretty big deal. Yeah, we're just talking about the record-setting kick today, field goal.
68 yards.
Yep, that's what I said.
70 yards.
That guy's going to be worth his money. He's going to be winning some games for him. What team was it?
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars. Ooh, that's feeling really smooth. I like it. This is something green Packer colors. Oh, you just blank here?
That orange, Christina. There's no orange and green package.
I thought they had some. Oh, is it gold? It's green and gold or something, isn't it? Green and yellow? I don't know. I'm not sure what color that is.
Yeah, it's gold, dark green gold.
Yeah, dark green and gold. Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about the Eagles today. They will talk.
Oh, you're on the money, Christina. On the money. I think Christina is very observant in the NFL world. Whew, that is really smooth. Oh, a hammer. Yeah, Christine, I had definitely thought of that. I might have even tried it, but I wouldn't admit it. All right, let's shine this baby up. Football on the brain. I don't blame you. You know, when we were first married 42 years ago, we definitely had a number of years where we knew everything about the NFL. We were glued to it every Sunday after church and all that kind of stuff. But as, you know, kids got older and we got more money and we didn't have to stay home and do nothing and watch football, our interest left. I still love a good game, don't get me wrong, but it's not as rabid as it once was. Oh, that is freaking awesome. Looks like the Partridge Family bust, doesn't it? That is too cool. Somehow I got to make sure that the two of the same colors don't end up together, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's pretty random. That is very, very different. I love it. Let's go take it under the scope just for giggles, just to see how it looks close up. Now, the goal is to take some of these in these blanks, or well, actually, the reason we made them was to put them into the pen. They're going to be made into pens, ink pens. So here's the sort of swirly yellow and orange that was left over. Let me get this dialed in nice and in focus here. There we go. That is very cool. That came out a little better than I thought it would. I was, you know, sort of iffing it through, trying to figure it out, but that looks way cool. And now we could make a bunch of this stuff in different colors and mix them together for, heck, NFL teams maybe. Pick a few colors out of your favorite diamond painting canvas. That is too fun. Too fun. Okay, let me switch over to here.
Got my eggs.
How is it?
Good.
Tastes like an egg?
Yes.
Ah, very good.
Uh-oh.
Oops. Now I just turned it off for some reason because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's get back here. I'm going to take these pens, put them on Carrie's desk, put her tray back. It's well, it's for sale, so it's anybody's tray, but I borrow it now and again when I'm putting together pens. No. Why did it flip back to that? It did that yesterday too. You saw me choose the other one.
Yes.
Yeah, right there. That's what I chose, and it went flip back. Let's see, put our X-Acto. I'm going to put the punch set away because we don't need that. Put that on Mom's desk, if you would. Thank you. Yep. That's who Carrie is, Mom.
I don't want to snow. I'll have my canvas done tomorrow. Minnie Mouse. Done. And then Tigger's next. Tigger or Patch from the one right I'm done with.
All right, so what we're going to do here is sample gluing this in. And Joe, I would imagine that you've probably got some super glue around the house or this CA glue or something like that because you are quite the crafter. So what we do, this is your typical tip that comes with every, diamond painting kit in the world. And this is, Joe, this is representative of your, although yours aren't this short or Cindy's aren't this short, but representative of a e-painter pen. And quite frankly, it could be a regular pen too, just a regular diamond painting pen. Everybody's tired of the washi tape and all that different kind of stuff. So this is a 7/32 inch hole. That's how big this little thing is here. And all I do is take a little bit of this here. And this is medium, as you can see. So it's a little thicker than just the watery normal CA glue. And I just put it around the edge. Just swirl it in my fingers. That's it. Take the tip. Jam it in. Hit it with my accelerator. And that puppy ain't coming out. It is not coming out of there. It's already completely secured. It's also airtight, so there's no vacuum leaks around it. And you could actually diamond paint with this one right here. This is a palm placer. Look at that. It's a Minecraft palm placer. But anyway, that's all you have to do. I got a bunch of super glue all over it. I'm just going to cure it all up so it doesn't stick to my fingers. But that is it. And that puppy, it doesn't wiggle. It doesn't do anything. Now, let's just say that you no longer want that in there. You would simply, let me just go grab a, by the way, if this is the vacuum tube end, you would want to remove this brass tip. Just grab it and pull it right out. You could put it back in there if you wanted it to, no big deal. Stays in there. But if this is the tube end of your thing, you want as much vacuum volume as you can. If this were on the other end, then it doesn't matter. You're just going to have it there. And this has a tiny little hole through it, which allows it to pick it up. But that is in there, and it ain't coming out for nothing. I can't pull that out. I'll use my hemostats here, and it ain't coming out. You can't even grab it. It ain't twisting, nothing. So this is in here forever until, let's just say you didn't want it anymore. You can come in here. You could slice this off, and I'm going to take this over to the drill press because let's say you boogered it up and you don't want it in there anymore. Come over to the drill press, and you can't see this operation here because I don't have a camera at the drill press. And I essentially, and they'll have a little buildup of super glue here because I put a lot of glue on there, but I just drilled it out. It is no longer in there, and it came out very easily because it's just plastic. And you could simply glue another one right back in there. So pretty easy. And sometimes you can just, if you didn't want to use a drill press, you could soften this with fingernail polish remover. Just take the tip, stick it down like you were doing your fingernail removal on at the fingernail lady place, and just leave it sitting there for a while, and it will soften up. So Super glue does soften with fingernail polish remover or acetone if you have that. And there you go. That is the demonstration of putting that in there and taking it out. So it's not permanent, but it certainly is there really good. This one here, Joe, happens to be Stick Fast. Happens to be the same brand as that, but doesn't have to be. What's funny is this is mostly water. So if you didn't have any of this, because this is like, I thought this was like $17 a can or something. But you could take this after you glue it in and wait a few seconds, put it in a cup of water, and it'll get hard. This is mostly water with an accelerant. Ethyl alcohol is in here, that kind of stuff. So, but water is the general accelerator. And you could use any one you want. You could buy it on Amazon. You could buy it anywhere you want. Anywhere you want. Yeah, so it's, yeah, it is pretty expensive stuff. CA glue is not cheap either, but once you buy the tiniest bottle, and this one here is 1 ounce. This is 1 ounce bottle. I will probably never use. I've been using this for months and it's still 2/3 full. So it lasts forever. Keep it capped, all that kind of stuff. And you're good to go for a long time. All right. That was that there. Now, on to funner stuff, such as diamond painting pens. Hey, Larry, you know what I bought? I bought some turn between center adapters. This is a turn between center adapter. I wanted to see how that works, and I quite frankly like it because there's no more mandrel. Normally, when you're turning an ink pen blank and turning it down, you have these things that they call arbors. And you've seen me use these. You put the spacers on there, you put your thing on there, you put your bushings on there, and then you cinch this back up. And this goes in the lathe. On one end, it's held on the other. It's got a little 60-degree cone in there. But this actually flexes a little bit. I can't really make it flex here, on screen, but I can feel it flex. When it flex, that makes the blank wobbly, and you literally could turn a blank off center. So I have moved to these here. So no longer do I have this big arbor. I just have this thing here that sticks on the end of the bushing, and that's got a 60-degree cone that goes onto the centers. So when I'm turning a blank, I now have this, the adapter, the bushing, the blank, the bushing, and an adapter. And it just goes right on there like I were doing a pen. So this is just like the bushings, only it's got this adapter end. Very cool. First time I did it was today, and it worked like a champ. No bow, no flex, perfectly round turned. My mandrel is also adjustable in length. I put mine in the freezer so it doesn't get hardened up. Put what in the freezer, Larry? Ice cream? I got one with Tommy bars. I don't even know what that is. I got to go Google that when I get a moment. All right, let's get back over here. Business end of what's going on here. And we have got, let's see, we've got 3 blanks for Miss Trudy. She had 2 orders in there. They just flew in. So Carrie's like, hey, get these 2. I'm like, oh, why weren't they with the other ones? Because it would have put her in the franchise world. And she wants to be on the live. Okay, so we've got 3 blanks. And we've got a Hello Kitty swirls. Is there a kitty in there somewhere, Care? Or is that just what we call it? Okay, they're all going to be 5 inches long, so I got a little cutting to do. All right, let me.
The colors, Dad.
Oh, gotcha. I was just informed it's just the colors. I was looking for little Hello Kitties. Okay, let me trim this down. Let me turn this. Oh, I gotta turn this. Gotta hook the sucker up. It's not sucking. Turned it on, but it wasn't sucking anything. All right, here we go. Got the sucker on. Got the blanks in hand. There is a lot of pink in this stuff here. All right, 2 out of 3. Here comes number 3. All right. Sucker off, bandsaw off, and I come over here and drill some holes. All right, we'll keep going here. Almost done. So that is one way that we just showed you to secure your tips inside your diamond painting pen with the ability to remove it. Because nothing is forever. All right, those are drilled. Let me get some bushings in them. Okay, first, do we have the right camera? Yes, we do. All right. Pink, black, and white here. I think this is why we call this one Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty. Let's see. Put mine in the freezer. I got the one. CA glue. I didn't know that you could do that, Larry. That's pretty good. So you put it in the freezer so it doesn't get hard because it's got alcohol in it and it won't freeze. That's cool. Trudy says, yay. put my sea glow on the free. I've never done that, but that's not a bad tip. Those black and pink blanks are for the black and pink event Trudy is doing. What's a black and pink event? I would not have picked kitties. I'm more of a dog person. This is a Hello Dog pen. Let's see. I'm not doing a black and pink event. I don't know. Oh, there's a hello. Well, gee whiz, we got all crossed wires here. Trudy just wants a really cool blank. Get our sign over there. Blower is on. Let's see. What are we doing for Miss Trudy here? We are doing 0.60 baseball bat. All right, let's see. Where'd my knives go? Here we are. That's a little low. Perfect. I think Carrie is gearing up to do a little bit of promo for the Black Friday 24-hour live we're going to do. Let's see how we're doing. Boy, that is smooth. Ooh, that's a good looking blank. 0.70, very fat. Now let's see how close to 6.0 we are. We are at 6.5. We're halfway there. By the way, I love these 7/8 inch blanks. Really a lot of versatility in a 7/8 inch blank. A little bit of a waste for a writing pen, but phenomenal opportunity for a diamond painting pen. 0.62, getting close. Whose blank was this, Carrie? That looks pretty cool. I like it. .60 on the money. Oh, wait a minute. So is this one supposed to be pointy baseball bat as well? I can do that. Do you want this other end to be pointy baseball bat? Oh, Castaway, cool. Yeah, you can see how robotic I am. I just look at the sheet and then boom. What's that, Kev? Well, I know, because Trudy says yes. So Trudy, okay, so you want this end to be pointy baseball bat. Very good. I got to tell you, I'm very good at following instructions. I should have known enough to ask, but I just don't remember what I did the night before, and because I do so many pens. So my bad, Trudy. My bad. But hey, now you got one of each on this one. And just as a by way of the process, these order sheets are processed or put in the bucket by Carrie weeks in advance. But I'm just saying these are, so if you make a last minute change, you really got to scream it hard because it may not make it to the production sheet. 0.65. And that's for everybody. Yeah, these are probably sitting in that bucket for a few weeks, I imagine. But no matter, we will fix it up. 0.62, getting close. There's some cool looking eyeballs down in here. I'm glad we're doing these live and not on the premieres, because I'd have screwed that up royally. Got to get my fan going over here, getting a workout here. Hey, it's Caroline. How we doing? Oh, mom screwed up. Oh, I'm glad it's not my fault. Woo! Caden's here. Hey, Caden. I didn't see his name. Oh, there he is. Caden. What's up, buddy? We'll have to remind Denise to watch the replay. She's probably closing up the gun shop or something for the night. Caden, how's things going? Oh. All right, let's see what this one talks to us. That thing is the swirliest blank ever. Look at that thing. That is awesome. A lot of good action in there. Let's see. Artist choice. Just working and paying Uncle Sam. Yeah, you and all the rest of us, buddy. Glad you came around. We miss you when you're not here. This is starting to look like a rocket. Remember we used to do the rocket one with the baseball bat on one end and the pointy baseball bat on the other? Or the round and pointy? Sort of looked like a rocket. We haven't done a rocket in a long time. Now, because this baseball bat is offset back a little bit, that'll really change the visual center. I'll probably bring it back to about here. Maybe right there. That's better. Yeah, that looks like the center of that meat right there. It is gorgeous, Teresa. Just gorgeous. Wonder if I can get away with some little vases in here. It's a little bit shorter. Hey, Jess, a little bit shorter. Nah, I can't squeeze two vases in there. Let's see, our playing room is really probably about 3/4 of an inch in either direction. I think this might be a good interceptor candidate. It'll look good on there because this stuff is so swirly. Slow us down just a hair. Get in a little closer. Interceptor is this, I'll get to all the chats in a second. I just have to look up and see that one. It's sort of this, it's got this point in the middle, and then it's got a rise off of either end. I'm not sure what you'd call it, but it's just sort of a curvy design. There you go. Hey, Gamma. No, it's not poured yet. It's going to be poured tomorrow afternoon, though, because I finally got the space open for it. I had a couple other projects moving in that just sucked up all the space. I wanted to do it last Monday, but my week did not go how I wanted it to go. So sometimes I am the force of it. But the good thing is, once I pour it, it's ready the next day to ship because we cook it in the oven and harden it up. It only takes 3 or 4 hours for it to fully set. But yeah, it's coming. I'm embarrassed I don't get everything done I need to get done, but you know, I need to teach Carrie how to turn pens. Carrie, you want to come out and learn how to turn pens? You did not miss it. You didn't. You want to see it live? You want to see it turned or poured live? It's going to be 2 pours because the first one I have to do is the I call it the Ziggy Stardust kind of stuff, but it's the micro starlight with the clear. Micro starlight? Yeah, micro starlight. Almost forgot the name of that stuff. With the clear. And then I wait about an hour, and then I pour the yellow and the pink at the same time, which creates that cool little orange in between the 2 of them. It's not very exciting, but it's just pouring resin. And by the way, Carrie's not going to turn pens. You're right, Joe. She don't do power tools. Even though her arms work as good as mine, and she might really even enjoy it. What's that, Kev?
He said her arms.
I said, Mom's arms are just like mine. They work. I hear her yell in the living room, no. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. I know I wanted to get it done earlier, though, because it seems like such a simple project, but it is just time. Everything seems so simple. Yeah. I guess I'm done. I guess I'm just doing pens. Yeah, she is the color person. I have to show you whose pen did I fix? Oh, Diamonds and Doxies, Leanne. And I said, Carrie, what yellow gold is this? She goes, Koi yellow. I'm like, what? How do you know that? I like power tools. I love them. Makes normal tasks faster. Some power tools are downright dangerous, don't get me wrong. And I get nervous around them and am very attentive. I would like to buy all the power tools. I just don't have room nor time to use them all. But I love having them tuned up and at the ready, so when you need them, they're there and you can do what you got to do and go on to the next thing. You should be afraid of a table saw, Larry, because those things are finger munchers. They are dangerous tools. There's a lot of add-ons you can do to make them safer, but they're still a very scary tool. Looks like I'm gonna have to cut up some sandpaper tomorrow. Yeah, you know, Jess, that radial arm saw, that's just as dangerous as a table saw. Man, those things are very useful, but whoo, man, are they dangerous. Do they even make those anymore? They should. They're a very useful tool, but it was the original cross-cut only kind of tool, you know. But man, no, I'm with you. Table saw. I love the saw stop just in case your fingers touch it. At least you don't lose any fingers. But other than that, they're still dangerous, even in normal use. And they catch the best people off guard. The people who should know better catches them off guard. I was watching that show Botched, and there was this very lovely lady. She must have been 40, and at some point she was in the basement using a table saw and cut her couple fingers off. And I thought, wow, it's usually guys that are missing fingers due to a table saw. Whoo, that's a pretty blank. Look at that. That baby is pink, black, and white. Great swirlies. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Good to see you. I know you can buy them. I just don't know if they make them. I'd have to check the Grizzly catalog, but I'm going with Matt here, thinking they were gone for a while ago. They were a dangerous tool. Tough to make them safe. I mean, essentially was a radial saw that was on an arm, right? Radial arm saw. Ah. Okay. Let's get this one round. I'm sure they're made somewhere in the world. Just not a tool anymore that you focus your shop around. And they really went the way for usability because of the chop saw. There's a woodworker up in Seattle. I forget his name. I have to go look him up. But he's got two old, I think they're DeWalt. Before DeWalt was all black and gold. Yeah, yellow and black. He's got two of them on the same bench. They are old and they're restored. Yeah, this is a nice one. Got a lot of plastic in there, so all this love to stick to everything metal. All right, let's slow this puppy down here. So it's got a pretty cool design there. A lot of pink, purple, and I want to say that's a teal silver or something. Let's get in close. Bring it up just a 64th of an inch. All right, blower's still going. Yep, I've seen those, Matt. Yeah, you know they're making a radial arm saw somewhere in the world. I don't know where, but I'm sure they are. I had an old DeWalt radial arm saw. I think that thing was about 60 years old. Old Navy buddy of mine gave it to me, and he didn't want it anymore. And I farted around with it and played with it a little bit and stuff. And then I just gave it to some guy at church who was going to do some woodworking with his daughter. Thank goodness now they're both still alive. But I even had the original manual from this thing. .60 on the money. Yeah, somebody's getting ready to buy the assets of that, though, Larry. I saw some shopsmith repair center trying to get some money together to, I mean, it should be pretty cheap to buy all the assets, the remaining parts, and the intellectual property to recreate it if they were going to. But yeah, shopsmith themselves is definitely shutting down till somebody comes in and buys it up. Pretty cool machine. A lot of good woodworkers came out of that, graduated from it, or continued to use it forever. I wanted one so bad I could taste it when Carrie and I first got married, but one, really didn't have a place to put it. We're busy raising kids. I was busy going to college. But man, did I drool over that thing. But, you know, knowing how things really work, I probably would have got it. And it would have sat there assembled, making nothing, because you couldn't afford anything else because I was raising kids, going to college, in the Navy, you know, all that good stuff. So my dreams were big. My ability, not so much. I mean, I went to school nights and weekends while I was on shore duty in the Navy with 3 children and working full time at the submarine base. Somehow I made it through. .60 on the money, and that's what that is down there. Beautiful. But I graduated in 1991 from all that, right? Got out of the Navy at the same time. That was 34 years ago. I'm still living. I made it through it somehow. I joined the Navy right out of Wheeling, West Virginia, and my buddy Dana and Harris and I, we were coming back from Maine one time, and we visited his sister at some university in Bedford, Mass. Can't remember what it was, but it was back about 1980 or 81. And those kids were having a good time, and I just thought, man, I really missed out on that college experience. I felt bad for a while because I thought it would have been cool. It looked cool from the outside looking in, that's for sure. But suck it up, buttercup, and keep on rolling, right? Isn't that what we do? And of course, you use the words, everybody's doing it, but in reality, it's about 20 to 25% of the people are doing it. All right, let's see what we're going to do on this bad boy here. Artist choice again. Again, let me get some playing room here. I'm going to take this big dome out of the middle. That'll knock the hill down and give us more playroom to dream about something. Let's see, let me cap on. We have an automatic panel saw. Yep. Who's we, Matt? Are you working at Home Depot or Lowe's or something? Or a big woodworking supplier? Yeah, Matt, they're terrible, man. If something binds, it plunges forward into the user. Yes, sir. Yeah, they're dangerous. Free woodworking book. Yeah, that's cool stuff, Larry. Oh, if you're in Washington County, PA, I can't tell you how many times I went up to, what is it, Washington Mall and Lincoln Mall? Or what are those two malls that are up there in Washington, PA? And my dad used to work for Wheeling Heating back in the 70s. And he used to go up and run the office up in Washington, PA. Metal fabricator. Very cool. Yeah, you know what DeCarlo's Pizza is then, right? You've been down to Wheeling. Best thing in Wheeling, DeCarlo's Pizza and Coleman's Fish. Oh, they're so good. All right, let's pay attention to the blank here. Oh, but I'm sure they're closed. Yeah, that was 50 years ago. Those things don't live. Was it the Lincoln Mall and the Washington Mall, as I remember? Gosh, I left there in '79 when I joined the Navy. Out of the AFES in Pittsburgh. Let's clean this up and get a little better. I'm gonna put my super sharp down here to blacken up that plastic. Yeah, beautiful country there. I got the heck out of Wheeling because I didn't want to be an unemployed steel miner or coal miner. And that's, in my limited experience and knowledge of the world, that's all I thought I was bound for. So I said, let me get out of this valley. But yeah, Washington, Pennsylvania was definitely in my my vocabulary. My family back in the early 1900s is from the Pittsburgh area. My dad was born in Punxsutawney. He didn't know Phil, though. All right, let's see what we're doing here. Oh, that looks a lot better. When you blacken up that, I want to get that wet too. That might provide some inspiration. I'm loving this little scroll work in the middle. I hate to mess that up. I want to be able to see that. Oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. I love that pink in there. Other side can't see as well because the purple clouds that up a bit, but look at that side. Woo! That's beautiful. I don't want to cut into that. I want to make that broad. I might just do a handle or a mustache on here, and we'll cut it here in the middle. Let's see where we're at in the middle here. Yeah, Trudy, this is a gorgeous blank, I'm telling you. This is one of those ones I just need to stay out of the way of and let it do its shining. Okay, so there's our middle, right there in the middle there. Yep, and if I rise up out of there, this will be right on the back of your finger hold. That'll be gorgeous. Pretty good here, too. I wish there were more pink in this to sort of play off that black plastic. That would be cool. Let's see, where was my middle again? Too many black lines on this thing. 2.5, there it is. Oh, yeah, there was another mall. There was Washington Mall and something else, but it wasn't Washington Crown Center. Yeah, cold cheese weirds people out. Isn't that funny? It warms up, though. It definitely warms up. That's what I love about it is the pepperoni and the cheese warm up, but they don't cook and separate. You know how you get that cheese that separates into the oil and stuff? But man, everybody that goes back to Wheeling, they go to DeCarlo's or Patsy's or whatever. My dad worked there when he was a kid in the 50s. He's had the recipe, passed it on to all his kids. Yeah, if you get cold cheese, they didn't do it right. But man, I grew up on that stuff. I grew up on regular pizza too. Yeah, I graduated from high school in 79 and a month and a half later was gone. Great place to be from, but boy, Wheeling is just dying bad. Just no economy there. Hey, Momo. Yes, ma'am. I agree. Oh, I'm sure. Kamasu, yeah, who doesn't know that name, right? You ever watch that guy on YouTube called Outdoors with the Morgans? He's just up there in between Zelienople and something else, just north of Pittsburgh. Got a pretty successful YouTube channel, does firewood, got a sawmill there, got a firewood processor, building a building. I mean, got a nice little pad up there north of Pittsburgh. I love that whole area because I am a hardwoods forest loving guy. I think we may have uncovered some more blue right in there. That'll be interesting to see how that pops out. Small world, isn't it, Matt? Small world. Yeah, it's pretty good. Outdoors with the Morgans. You'd enjoy them. There's a few guys north of Pittsburgh there up in some Laurel Hills and Laurel Highlands and stuff. They got firewood making YouTube channels. I forget all their names. I'll have to remember them next time you're on. I'll relay them out. But man, I just love me some hardwood woods. New York all the way down to North Carolina. Love it. It's even South Carolina a little bit. Not so much into Georgia. Way too many pine trees for my love. And I married a city girl. Yep, that is for sure. Carrie was born in Manhattan many moons ago. And I met her in New York, just north of the city, north of the Bronx there. Little place called Westchester County. Oh, yeah, John Malecki. Who doesn't love him, right? He's funny. He is a funny dude. He's got a good crew around him, too. And he's got nice tools. I'd probably have a bigger YouTube channel if we were woodworking and not diamond paint making. But, hey, there's always tomorrow. Yeah, Malecki's definitely around that Pittsburgh area. You can also hear his Mason-Dixon line accent when he talks. I hear that Mason-Dixon line accent a mile away when I hear it. I'm like, oh, I know where they're from. Generally speaking. Dancing on a pinhead, yeah. No, I agree. Every Sunday morning, John Malecki. Yes. Yeah, we got that YouTube viewership, man. That's what pays for it all. And they make some stuff they sell, too. Plus, he sells tools. I got a couple of his jigs here that I have bought from him when I was into the woodworking thing. Then I sold all off and started doing pens. Now I had the shop here arranged. I had the table saw, band saw, drill press, jointer, planer. What do you call the what's the sander, the wide sander, the wide belt sander? Can't remember the name of it now. I had it all, man, ready to go, all hooked up, all dialed in, didn't know what to make. Carrie came up a little while later and says, hey, you know how to do this? And I converted the whole shop into drill press, band saw, lathe, working tables, and all the tools. I just sold them off. It literally it took me a whole summer to get the tools in, to get them set up, to get them dialed in, to get them, just to be able to produce something. I didn't even ever produce anything. It was right after that, Carrie's like, you know how to make a diamond painting pen? I said, what is that? And that was it. Converted it over. Oh, Larry, I think they're fabulous. He's very artistic making those pens. And I'm telling you, again, it's a whole other world that I would love to get into, but I know that I'm going to die one day before I get into everything I want to get into. Right now, I'm going to keep doing the diamond painting pens, doing the trays, doing the ink pens and pencil sets and all that fun stuff like that. But in fact, this week, I'm probably going to do another fountain pen, kitless pen, whatever you want to call those guys. and want to see how I can get better at that. I think within a month or so, I should be able to make one. We may even make one on the 24-hour live, start to finish. We'll make a fountain pen or two. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at that blue that came through when we dug into there. Wow. Whew, Trudy, that's a looker there. Man. I love that pink. That is a hot pink. That is a great pink. And it's just the right amount of, what is that, Carrie? Teal, turquoise, blue, green. I'm not good with the color names. Purple I got. Pink I got, but I don't know what kind of green that is. But man, it is gorgeous. Oh, I don't know if I could teach him some things. Oh, who's not a very good turner? The pen guy? Man, I'm still learning, Matt. I am still learning. Having a great time, too. Getting better. I remember I looked back at our very first pens that we did, and Carrie could probably show you pictures, but I'm almost embarrassed to say they were mine. But you know what? You got to start somewhere, right? You have to start somewhere. That is gorgeous, isn't it, Joe? Man alive. Yeah, Momo, I'm with you. That is a hot little pen. Let's go look at that one in the scope, because I want you to be able to see all the little squirrely design that's on there too. Digital microscope. Mr. Leopard works. I need to get rid of that scribble right there. I wrote on there with a pencil. Yes, he does not turn. That is right, Matt. I'd love to go spend some time with him and play. But the way I have learned is just get in here and just turn and turn. I think as I'm calculating out, we're probably going to hit 4,000th pen on the 24-hour live. Look at that right there. Does that look like a face or what? Hey, Joe, that looks like a cat. That's pretty cool. I'm telling you, look at all. What is that green, Carrie? Somebody tell me what that green is. It's a green blue. Hot pink, royal blue, and ocean blue. Is that royal blue in there? Oh, I thought that was a purple. You're right. Oh, that's, I don't know how you keep these straight. Look like the Cheshire Cat. Yes, turquoise. See, Sydney says turquoise. It definitely is in that range, of that blue. And while we're there, let's look at this pink and black one, because this one was pretty awesome too. And Trudy gets to look at that up close all the time. Don't mess with the bear. Yeah, when it comes to colors, don't mess with the bear. She got that down in spades. Just remember when Carrie met me, I was the guy that would walk into the Chess King and say, remember the Chess King, probably not even around anymore. And I would say, hey, what that mannequin is wearing, I need that in my size. And that's how I bought clothes. Beautiful. I would look at magazines, and I would cut pictures out of the magazines, and I'd go to the store and go, hey, I want this shirt. Hello, one of many souls. Who is one of many souls? Good to see you again, one of many souls. She's a member, subscriber, but who is what? I don't know the name that goes with that. Yeah, I'm telling you, Matt, they had that one down, huh? Oh, it's YouTube's new thing. They go by this username rather than the thing you set up. Oh, April. April, where have you been? We have all been missing you. How are the corgis? We are so glad to see you again. One of many souls. Okay, we got Gamma. Gamma loves gaming and stuff, and that's Caroline. And we got one of many souls is April. You can change that. You just got to Google how to change it. No big deal. Like Joe Atwood's Tate B. Joe Atwood Tate B. I don't know what that means. We've all missed you. We hope you're doing well. Hope life is going well. Hopefully all the dogs are settled into new homes, because I know you had a bunch. And just to review our new blank, and probably in a series of blanks we're going to do in this confetti format. Does that look like the Partridge Family bus? I need to go get the actual colors on the Partridge Family bus and do that. This is not quite. This is, these colors are taken out of or trying to match up to the pride flag. There are 6 colors in the pride flag. And we were doing that in that particular genre. And this was just leftover. So now it looks like a big cigarette. But anyway, I love that that pattern. That we call it confetti, but that might not be the right name. I don't know. I guess we can call it whatever we want, right? But that's cool. Now there are some blanks where the whole blank is confetti. They don't all have that. Let's see, where'd they go? Here we go. And there's one missing. It's in the shop here somewhere, but it's shot out and I don't really know where it went. But I will find it here in a day or two. I'm sure it's on the floor somewhere. But anyway, so we've got these 2 blanks here, which are going to be the blanks for the pens that we're going to do, the ink pens we're going to do. And then these were just leftover colors. So I just threw them in different format. We'll turn those out. I think they're going to look pretty cool. This little pink stuff was the stuff that leaked down from a previous pour. And that's good, because if it gets down in there, you can't really get it out until you pour something on top of it. And we'll just cut that off. No big deal. And then this one actually broke. So you can sort of see the inside. And when it broke, I'm like, oh, this is perfect. This is a big bin. This is small enough for the one part, small enough for the other part. We'll get rid of this solid white gold over there, but this one broke. So this will still be an ink pen blank. So all of it will still be used, which is way cool. And then these are just 2 solid white with a little titch of ghost gold in it. This might be a pretty cool looking pen blank too. Anyway, a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun tonight. Did a lot of variety tonight, doing different things. April, Tim, and I were watching Caesar Milan, and he was helping people train corgi. Yes, the corgis were good. Pembrokes typically have their tails docked because they got stepped on a lot by the cattle they herded. Is that so? Are they docked or are they born that way? Oh, I missed something. Things have been insane. Puppies all gone. But when I thought life was going to be calm, my brother-in-law's dad died. Oh, my goodness. We thought you were busy with something, because we're all saying, where's April? Man, she must have her hands full. So sorry to hear that. But again, part of life, and it is the part us humans got to deal with. So all the best to you and the family. My goodness. And Nugget was spayed on Wednesday. So she's been an anger girl because she hates wearing the cone, the cone of shame. She was a lamp for Halloween. Beautiful. Very creative. That's the only thing it would let me change it to. I think you can change it every once in a while, Joe. Then you got to come back. Very close to it. Tate B. Yeah, we love Caesar Milan. That guy. Oh, man. Let's see. 98% of Pembroke tails are docked. Oh, okay. So they're born with the tail and they dock them. Well, they dock them, Carrie, because they get stepped on by the cattle and stuff like they herd. Very cool. Yeah, you got it, Ann. Looks like a Cheshire cat. Just trying to make sure I'm not missing any good stuff there. Yep, John Malecki. Carrie loves when I watch him, right, Carrie? No. What are you watching that for? Anyway, everybody, you guys have a wonderful evening. This ends our weekend. Got a lot done. I didn't get as many pens done as I want, but I got a lot of other stuff done, which has been fun. And I'm glad we're able to do that, like doing this new confetti blank. I see a lot of potential in that blank. Although, now let me show you the thing. I did cast them in here because this is really good for pen blanks, but I really need to do it. If I'm going to do a fountain pen blank, it's got to be in this tube here. It's 7/8 of an inch, or a little over 3/4 of an inch, and it's about 8.5 or about 9 inches long here. So the blank comes out about 8.5 inches long when we're all done. And then this will be the one that I'll use for the diamond painting pens, because as you can see, this is 3/4, this is 7/8. And although it's only an 1/8 of an inch difference, it is the world of difference when you're turning it for possibilities, for shapes, and all that kind of stuff. So I love this one for casting diamond painting pens, and this one for doing ink pens, and this one over here for doing fountain pens. All just the right sizes. And the reason this is good is because my mandrel supports this size when I put it in there to, what is that thing called, Larry? A collet. My collet mandrel thing holds that in really well. You do have one more blank, Trudy. We'll get that done tomorrow night. And get you all finished up and out the door. So, yeah, we'll look forward to that tomorrow night. But you do have one more. It is this one right here, which I don't know. Is that's a, oh, it's a snowflake one. That should be fun.
There's 3 in there.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I just said that tomorrow. Carrie's in here reprimanding me. You're going to be on in-school suspension if you don't behave yourself, Timothy. Look at that thing right there.
I know.
That is hot.
Where's the kitty? Oh, is that the kitty?
Yeah, turn it around.
Oh, there's the
There
kitty.
you go. That's the cat. We see things in these blanks. Call it, Chuck. You got it, Larry. That is the one. Yes, ma'am, Rudy. We got you all hooked up. And April, I'm so glad you're back, and I can't wait for you to hang out in the lives again.
She said about rings.
And that's okay too. Hey, yeah, we need to do some rings one night too, because mine's getting too big. I need to make a new one, and I got some kits I got to do. So that'll be fun. Yes, ma'am. Love the pinks. Who doesn't love pink? Ask Rebecca about pinks. She loves pinks. Carrie loves pinks. I think I like pink. When Carrie met me, I had pink shirts and pink socks. She goes, "You like pink?" I go, "Absolutely. I look great in pink. I love pink."
Church, no. You can't dress.
Yeah. Anyway, everybody, you guys have a fabulous evening. We'll see you tomorrow night. And excellent, April. We'll check it out. Carrie will know that for sure, I'm sure. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye.